Breaking news has erupted at Arsenal's London Coney training ground as one of the most anticipated arrivals of the summer has finally touched down, and the buzz is electrifying. Medicals have been completed, and the cameras are rolling as the club prepares to unveil its latest superstar. What happens next? Well, this is where the Real show begins. Arsenal's in-house media team is already gearing up to capture every moment of this historic signing, from the iconic first photos to the sit-down interviews that will set social media on fire. You can almost picture it now, Mikel Arteta with his arm proudly around the new arrival, sporting director Andrea Berta standing on the other side, all smiles as pens meet paper, contracts are signed, and the message is clear: this was only ever going to be Arsenal. The declaration of loyalty to North London Red will echo far beyond the training ground, a moment that fuels both pride and envy, especially for rival fans who can only watch from the sidelines. And speaking of rivalries, it was noted in jest by Spurs fan Michael that this moment stings more than most for Tottenham supporters, who once again watch their North London rivals pull off a major statement. But the story doesn't end there, because the Brazilian connection is only just beginning. Gabriel Magalhães, who missed the end of last season due to injury but is already fighting to return for pre-season, has set the rumour mill ablaze by openly expressing his desire to play alongside his compatriot Rodrygo at Arsenal. The Real Madrid winger has been described by Gabriel as nothing less than a phenomenon, a player he rates so highly that he admitted he'd welcome him to the Emirates in a heartbeat. When asked on a Brazilian podcast if he knew whether Rodrygo was heading to Arsenal, Gabriel didn't hesitate to make his feelings clear. While he doesn't have confirmation, he has already told people that Rodrygo is a phenomenon, and if it were up to him, the deal would already be done. The thought of these two Brazilian internationals linking up not just for their national team, but also week in and week out under Arteta's system has fans dreaming of dazzling link-up play, blistering attacks, and an unstoppable South American flair that could define Arsenal's next chapter. Reports last week revealed that Rodrygo has indeed emerged as a top target for Arsenal this summer, and with Gabriel publicly planting the seed, the speculation only grows stronger. Imagine the Emirates roaring as Rodrygo and Gabriel reunite on English soil, rewriting Arsenal's future and making North London the epicenter of Brazilian brilliance. This is not just transfer gossip, it's a potential shift in footballing power, and Arsenal fans everywhere are watching with bated breath. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this summer saga could deliver one of the most sensational Arsenal stories in years. This is not just another signing, this is a statement of intent from Arsenal, a declaration to the world that the project under Mikel Arteta is entering an even more ambitious phase. Inside the training ground, Arsenal's in-house media team is already preparing to capture every second of this milestone moment. You can almost visualize it: the first iconic photo shoot with Arteta proudly placing his arm around the new arrival, the sporting director Andrea Berta flanking him on the other side, the symbolic signing of the contract, the smiles, the flashbulbs, and the resounding message that this deal was only ever destined for one club. This is North London painted red once again, a moment that fills Arsenal supporters with pride while leaving rival fans, particularly those from across the city, in a bitter daze as they watch history unfold from a painful distance. Even Spurs fan Michael couldn't resist acknowledging, albeit jokingly, that this announcement cuts deep for Tottenham supporters, who are left to wonder how their rivals continue to pull off power plays like this. But the story doesn't stop with the unveiling, because the Brazilian connection at Arsenal is rapidly becoming one of the most fascinating subplots of this transfer window. Gabriel Magalhães, the defensive rock who missed the end of last season due to injury but is working tirelessly to return for pre-season, has poured fuel on the fire of speculation by publicly declaring his admiration for his compatriot Rodrygo. The Real Madrid star has been at the center of mounting transfer rumors, and Gabriel's comments only amplify the buzz. On a Brazilian podcast, Gabriel was asked directly whether Rodrygo might be heading to the Emirates, and while he admitted he didn't know for certain, he didn't hold back in his praise. He described Rodrygo as a phenomenon, a player of rare quality, and made it crystal clear that if the decision were up to him, the deal would already be finalized. His words weren't just admiration, they were an invitation, a rallying cry for Arsenal to make the dream a reality. The idea of Rodrygo linking up with Gabriel not only on international duty but also under the bright lights of the Emirates every week has Arsenal fans buzzing with excitement. They imagine breathtaking combinations, dazzling attacking moves, and an infusion of Brazilian flair that could elevate Arsenal's game to new heights. Recent reports confirmed that Rodrygo has emerged as a genuine top target for the club this summer, and Gabriel's vocal endorsement has only intensified the momentum around this potential blockbuster deal. Picture the Emirates roaring as Rodrygo dons the red and white, combining with Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, and of course his compatriot Gabriel to create a team bursting with talent, energy, and international chemistry. This is more than just speculation. It is the kind of move that could redefine Arsenal's future and shift the balance of power in English and European football. For rival clubs, it's a warning. For Arsenal fans, it's a dream becoming increasingly possible. And for the football world, it's a storyline impossible to ignore. So make sure you buckle up, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and leave your thoughts in the comments below, because this isn't just a transfer rumor. It's a saga that could end with one of the most sensational Arsenal signings in modern history, a signing that could truly transform North London into the epicenter of Brazilian brilliance.